guys, welcome back to another monthly makeup basket. We have a ton of things to talk about today. Not only new makeup, but I thought I would cover some new skincare that I've gotten recently as well that I thought you may be curious to hear about. Let me know if you like this added element to the monthly makeup plus now skincare basket. I also want to mention that I have 2 giveaways happening right now. One on my Instagram to win some goodies as a thank you for hitting 10,000 followers there, and then also the brand new unreleased Bite Beauty French press lip glosses are up for grabs, so they will both be linked down below, but let's go ahead and get started. So the first item that I want to talk about is the MAC Fix Plus Gold Light, and I've talked about this in vlogs before. I don't know if I've talked about it in like a beauty video, so I wanted to mention it, but I've just been loving using this on my way out the door, going to an event, whatever it may be, day or night, and I like it because it's not sticky, it's not too glittery, it's not like, oh, I really tried to look glowy, but it just gives you that little kind of subtle hint, and I find that some kind of body oils and whatnot, they're just too much. I'm like, I'm not, you know, an Instagram bikini model, so it's just not suitable and conductive to everyday wear, but this is definitely something that I feel like is a little bit more everyday but still gives you some glow. Next up we have the Smashbox primer water. This is one of the newer scents in Serene Greens. I've used this a few times now and it's alcohol free, which I know some of you like to have an alcohol free version for primer waters and primers and whatnot, so that's great. I believe it's also silicone free, and this is the Serene Green scent and it literally smells like a green smoothie for your face. And I've only used it a couple times, but it's really nice as makeup prep. New from Clinique, I have their Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly. I used to use the hydrating gel for years. I remember always getting it around Christmas when they had those kind of like good deals where you'd get like an extra bonus. So I was really excited to see this launch, and this is so nice. I've used it only twice now, but it really feels like this kind of water gel hybrid almost. It absorbs into the skin almost immediately. So if you have oily skin and you're looking for something to hydrate your skin, but you hate the feeling of actually like moisturizer on your face, I think this could be a great option. It is only new to me, but I've had a really good experience with it the 2 times I've used it. I have 2 setting sprays here. Both are contenders to come on vacation with me next month. I'm actually heading to Antigua. If you've ever been, I'd love recommendations, but these are both small, so I figured one of them will come with me. I have the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I've used the De-Slick, but if you've used All Nighter, do you find it mattifying as well? Do you think it's a good option for me? I know people really like it. And then from Liz Wattier, this is the Aqua Terra Energizing Setting Mist, and do you hear that? Do you see it? It has like stones in it, which I think is super interesting. It says they have like volcanic stones, but it says it's a setting spray and a primer mist, so I actually have not used this one yet. Forgot that I have this guy as well. The Body Shop came out with a bunch of new sprays. Some are like moisturizing, energizing. This is the Mint Mattifying Face Mist, and if you can see at the bottom, there's actually kind of like a powder in there. I haven't used it yet, and the powder is kind of stuck at the bottom, so I'm gonna need to shake that up because it's kind of been sitting there for a little while. But I've used the Hydrating the Rose mist that they have, and that's really beautiful. From Fresh, I have their Sugar Lip Wonder drops, and these are part of their advanced therapy. It says it's for retexturizing and smoothing, so basically you just kind of put it on your lips and it's kind of a hydrating treatment. And then from Vichy, I have their Aqualia Thermal. This is a gel cream. We know how I feel about a gel cream. This is so lightweight and beautiful. Again, similar to the Clinique, it absorbs into your skin really quickly. It's not a jelly, it is that kind of gel cream texture. There's also an accompanying serum, which is gorgeous to this, and I have only used this once. I've used the serum a few times and I'm really impressed so far. Then lastly, I have the Glam Glow Insta Mud 60-second Pore Refining Treatment. I know it's backwards, I'm just trying to show you that my light is so bright here, but I'm really interested to try this. I think it's super cool that it only takes a minute, a great kind of makeup prep item, and as always, I'll be doing a full face using all of this makeup, so let me know what you're the most interested to see in action down below, but I think I'm going to include this in that video. Also, if you're curious about this mirror back here, I get questions about it sometimes. I got it, my god, at least 8 years ago, and I think it's from like Sears, which is now closed. Okay, so here we have the foundation drawer, a few that I want to test out this month. I've got so many to review, it's out of control. I have the LA Girl Pro Matte. This was so highly requested, and thankfully the website Orabelle, they're Canadian, they have like Morphe, LA Girl, they sent this along to me. Not sure about the shade yet, I haven't tried it, but this is Soft Honey, so I definitely will try. Then from Lancome, super curious about this because it's kind of just like a lightweight foundation, and I've really been into more lightweight things lately. So this is the Skin Feels Good Healthy Skin tint, and it has hyaluronic acid, vegetal glycerin, moringa seed extract, and it's oil-free, SPF 23. I have it in the shade 35W Almond. I think it might be a hint light. Then Bobbi Brown. This was another highly requested foundation. It's their Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. I haven't tried it yet. Again, sorry, I can't totally tell you my shade match, but this is Golden Honey, and I think it's going to be a good match. And then Maybelline came out with new shades of their Fit Me, which is exciting because it was already a pretty extensive line, but always excited to see more shades. This one is in 312 Golden, which was the shade I kind of settled on for my the Maybelline Superstay, so I think that this is going to be a good match. And I was thinking about doing a video like retrying this foundation because I haven't reviewed it or really tried it in depth in years, so let me know what you think. Then from CoverGirl, this is their True Blend Pore Minimizing Primer, so I've been enjoying that. I've really wanted to, I've owned this primer for like a year. It's the e.l.f. Lock-On Face Primer, but I've heard it's like glue, and I just, every time I go to do my makeup, I'm more than likely going somewhere, and I'm like, I don't want to mess up my makeup with this glue, so I need to try that. And then one that I do enjoy is the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector, and as it is quite humid outside, this has been a great help. Moving in here, we have concealers along with mascaras, eyebrows, and eyeliners. So I have 3 concealers in here. The Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion. I haven't tried this yet, but I loved the foundation, so I'm curious to try that. From Makeup Revolution, I've used this now for a while, and I really like it, but I kind of stopped using it and was testing out other things, but I've kind of come back to it and love it. And then from Dior, this is their Flash Luminizer. So they have some of these that are like concealer shades and some that are more kind of a light shimmer shade. And this is one of the more concealer ones, but it's really, really light. But at the same time, it just pairs so well with lighter coverage concealers because lighter coverage foundations, because I find light coverage concealers can just really look bad sometimes. This is actually quite nice. Then from Liz Wattier, this is their V Element Volcanic Minerals Mascara. I've tried this and like it. It's quite volumizing and super wet. And then this is new. I haven't tried it. It's from Revlon, and it's the Volumazing. From L'Oreal, this is their Lash Paradise Primer, which I covered in my drugstore week, which I think is fabulous. L'Oreal, as you know, I love their other lash primer. And then surprisingly, I ended up liking this. It's the Lash Paradise liquid eyeliner, and I'm definitely not a liquid eyeliner person, but I found that this was pretty easy to use. If I'm being completely honest, probably the only brow gel I'm reaching for this month is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Lucky, and I normally don't reach for eye pencils to put in my waterline almost ever, but I was testing this out as it's in the part of the new Born to Run collection, and it just lasts in the waterline so well, so I've been actually reaching for that. And then this is an eyeliner that I really love, one of my favorites. It's the Maybelline Curvitude liner. Although it does have this curve, I actually find that quite helpful. And then a bunch of new brow stuff here as well. So from Sephora collection, this is their Bow Brow, which has kind of like a thicker little tip there, so I don't know how much I'm gonna like that. Then from Revlon, this is their Color Stay Brow Tint. This is new, and I haven't tried this either. Just so much new stuff to try. Where I was trying out all that other those other drugstore products, I got a little bit behind on everything else I needed to try. Then from Pop, this is their Peak Performance Brow, and this looks like it's gonna be nice. It's kind of that triangle-y slanted style. And then lastly, I have used this before, but this is a new one. I broke my last one. This is the Kiss Top Brow, and I really like this brow pencil. It's just kind of like that typical micro brow style, and it's really quite good. Moving on to some face powders along with my bronzers. This was very highly recommended to me. When I did my 10 products I would buy first, because I mentioned how much I love the Smashbox Holiday Face Palette, but how it wasn't available anymore. So this is their Cali Contour, and I haven't touched this yet, and I have really high hopes for this, and I'm hoping it's going to work and I can travel with it next month. My only concern is that the bronzer is not going to bronze me, but I can pretty much never tell when a bronzer is going to bronze me. But I loved the other one. I wish they'd come out with this in 2 shades, like just a light medium, medium dark at the very least, but I'll try this. I think that blush is gorgeous. Really hard to show the color of this. There we go. This is from Quo, and I tend to like their face palettes when the shade is a match for me. So this one is in the shade Terra, and I do have Canadian videos coming up, I promise you. I'm so sorry I'm delayed. Actually, let me just spill it now, but I'm definitely going to do, at the very least, a full face of Canadian makeup on Canada Day, so stay tuned for that, and I may do some other videos leading up to it in celebration of Canada. And then I have the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I love this, and it surprisingly comes in more than one shade, and this shade is actually quite deep, so even if you're deeper than me, I think it could work, but it's really blendable, really easy just to draw on. And then I've been reaching for this quite a bit as well, so my monthly makeup basket is kind of a combination of new things and then things I'm always reaching for so that I can have them on hand. But this is the Balm Take Home the Bronze Anti-Orange Bronzer in Tony, but they did change the name, so I think this is called Thomas now. Then for setting my face, I have MAC Studio Fix Powder, NC43, Annabelle Perfect Matte Powder, and then from Rodeo, this is for my under eyes, it is their Banana Powder, which I really, really like. Moving on to the blush and highlight drawer. It looks a little bit sad today. I'm not quite sure why, but anyways, let's talk about highlights first. I thought I would revisit this. An older video of mine popped up. It was like a summer foundation routine from like 2 years ago, and I clicked it and was watching it. I don't know if that makes me super narcissistic, but it's just interesting to see like how I've changed, if I talk differently. My filming setup was different, and I was just kind of like reminiscing. But anyways, I used the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, and this is one of my favorite highlights of all time, so I thought I would break her out again. From Bobbi Brown, this is the Afternoon Glow, which I don't think I've ever used this one. I feel like I had Bronze Glow a while ago, but I don't know what happened to it. Oh, trying to open it backwards. This is Afternoon Glow, and it looks incredible. From Smashbox, this is the Smashbox Vlada, and I still really love this. I think it gives an incredibly beautiful pink glow. Looks great on the eyes too. And this is a product that I just constantly reach for and can't stop using, and I absolutely love. And if you want just to look healthy and glowy, if you have textured skin, non-textured skin, oh my god, it's just incredible. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Soft Light, and I can't stop using it. Then for blush, I have more Liz Wattier in here. This is part of the Aqua Terra collection as well. This is the blush in, I think it's just called Aqua Terra, but it's kind of a split pan. It looks really pretty when you mix it together. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted blush in Fantastical, and I really like this too. I think it gives such a gorgeous flush to the skin. And then this one is super fun and bold. It's from e.l.f. in Always Fiery, and it's just, you know me and the ready oranges. So I think this looks gorgeous. I haven't tried it yet. Okay, so I think this is the most exciting lineup of lip products that I've ever had to show you. I don't know why, but just all of the colors, finishes, shades, these are pretty much all brand new ones to me. So as I was swatching them, I was just like, ooh, damn, this is good. So here we have the Bite Beauty French Press lip gloss, which I mentioned earlier is up for grabs in a recent giveaway that I'm doing. This shade here is the one I was wearing in the video, which is Vanilla Latte. Then this is from Winky Lux, the next lipstick here, and as you can see, it's one of those beautiful kind of jelly style lipsticks, which not only do I think it's super pretty, but I like just this hint of color for summer. I think that's so easy. These next two, the first is from Lipstick Queen, which is sold at Murale here in Canada. I have never tried their lipsticks, but this is in Nonsense Nude, which I think is a gorgeous kind of pinky nude. And then from Bad Habit, they've released their own line of liquid lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Broken Heart, which is kind of a cool, like, deeper terracotta nude. Next up from Joe Fresh, they've released these kind of cushion matte, so it's almost like that powder matte lipstick, which I actually kind of like. It almost comes out looking like a stain, and this one is in Exotic Bloom. And then next to that, these are the L'Oreal Pro Matte Liquid Lipsticks, the chocolate scented ones, which, by the way, they smell delicious. This one is in the shade Sweet Tooth, which is a pretty kind of nudie shade there. And then from Marc Jacobs, the packaging on these is so cool. This one is in the shade Mocha Chocolata. Ah, it's like the song. But it kind of looks like a gloss, but then it's not. It's like a lipstick. But I think the shade is really pretty. It looks a little bit more pink here in the tube, but you can see on my arm it's just like a glossy nude. Then from Too Faced, or no, JK, from Tarte, this packaging, again, gorgeous. If you can see, it has these like water droplets on there. It reminds me of that MAC collection. This one is in Zipline, a really great coral. These I've had for a little while from Buxom, and I haven't tried them. They're kind of their prismatic lip glosses, plumping lip polishes. And this one is in Savannah, which has a lot of like kind of pink in it and kind of peachy, sort of peachiness there. from The Balm. These are their Plump Your Pucker lip glosses, and this is the perfect kind of shade for me that I really tend to gravitate towards, which is, where is the shade? Oh, it's right on the front there. This is Exaggerate right here. Laura Mercier released the Velour Matte Extreme lipsticks a little while back, and this one is in the shade Havana, a super bright pink. Looks quite a bit more neon than it does on the edge here, so just, you know, be aware of that. And I've been just dying to get my hands on some stains, and I feel like a lot of brands don't make stains anymore, so I was so excited to see that Clarins launched the water lip stains. And how gorgeous is that orange? There's 4 different shades, but this one is in orange water. Then I have 2 lip liners here, and if you tell me that these look the same, then we can't be friends. This first one here is it's from Kiko, and it's in the shade 404. And then from Makeup Forever, they launched the Artist Color pencils. This one is in 604 Up and Down Tan. And these are multi-use pencils, so they come in a ton of different shades. They can be used eyeliner, lip liner, eyebrows, whatever you want. And then I have 2 multi-sticks from Bite. So I actually probably should have put this one here as Cocoa in the contour category, because that's kind of how I plan to use it. I would totally wear that as a lipstick and an eye base too though. And then this one here I thought was just kind of a beautiful shade to put on the lips, eyes, and cheeks as well. And I really have not played with their multi-sticks much, and this one is in the shade Praline. So I'm just really excited about all these lippies. Lastly, this is the bottom drawer, kind of a mixture of some different things, but firstly let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. I have the Bad Habit Aftershock eyeshadow palette. I reviewed some of their palettes in the past, and I think I'm going to do another video on them, but I actually really quite enjoy this. It's very much a dupe for the Huda Beauty mini palettes, and for matte bright shades, I gotta say I'm really impressed with them. Then I can't stop talking about this. I'm sorry if you're sick of hearing about it and you're gonna see it in a favorites video. But I just want to mention it again because you may not tune in to all of my videos. So this is the Urban Decay Born to Run, and I talk about it more in Thursday's video, but I am playing with this a ton and I am truly enjoying it, so I did want to include it in here. But I just think it's the best palette they've ever done, and I'll leave it at that. And then, oh, there's a hair, from Makeup Revolution. This was also sent to me from Orabelle, the Canadian retailer I was talking about, and I think this actually has some similarities to the Urban Decay Born to Run in the fact that it just has a really interesting mix of colors, but it doesn't feel confusing. You've got your warm shades there, and you can just go so many different directions, so I'm curious to play with this because I enjoyed the other Makeup Revolution palettes that I tried, and I think a bunch of you recommended this to me when I did a Makeup Revolution haul, or at least her highlighter palette. And then I have a duo here from e.l.f. This was sold out for a million years, and then it finally came back into stock, and it's just a duo in Peach Squad, but I was just like, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. So I have an e.l.f. haul coming, and again, I know I've been promising it for a while, but just there's so many other things happening, so I will do that soon. I also have the Too Faced Mattifying Peach Perfect powder in here. Been loving that. Been loving like patting it into my skin with a beauty blender. It just looks so blurring and gorgeous. On my nails right now, this is from the Essie Avant-Garde collection in What's the Stitch, and it's so, I don't know, I normally don't wear purple, but I really like it. And then I've also been wearing this again lately. It's the Sally Hansen Complete Salon Manicure in Afflorable, just a really beautiful pink. And I wanted to mention this too. I think I mentioned it in an Instagram live a little while back, but this is an absolute staple in my kind of nail care routine. It's the Nailtiques Formula 2. I use it as a base. I find it really helps me grow my nails, keeps them strong. You can buy it for Canadians on Amazon Canada or nailpolishcanada.com. And I think in the States you can find it in store, and then you can probably find it like on Amazon and other places too. And for my perfume of the month, this is the Mont Guerlain. I think I've mentioned this before, but I can't stop wearing it recently, and every time I've worn it over the past like week, I've gotten compliments on how good I smell, which is always nice when you're wearing a new scent and people notice it and are kind of like, like what is that? So definitely loving this, and of course the bottle is gorgeous. So there you have it. That is my monthly makeup basket. Tons and tons and tons of things to talk about, so hopefully I didn't bore you to death. But like I said, let me know what you're the most excited about, and I'll put it to use in my next Get Ready With Me full face of new makeup. Don't forget to enter the giveaways listed down below, and if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!